Hello and welcome to celiac.com news. Subscribe to our channel to get the latest celiac disease and gluten-free diet news. And if you have any questions, be sure to join the celiac.com forum online at celiac.com. And now, let's move on to the latest celiac.com news. Gluten-free diet burnout. Why it happens and how to get your motivation back. For most people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, going gluten-free begins as a necessity, not a choice. The early months often bring relief. Symptoms fade, energy returns, and food finally feels safe again. But once the excitement wears off, many discover an unexpected challenge: gluten-free fatigue. Constant label reading, cross-contact worries, and social explanations can wear down even the most dedicated person. What started as empowerment can quietly turn into stress, isolation, and frustration. This feeling, often called celiac burnout, isn't a sign of weakness. It's a form of emotional and mental fatigue that comes from living in a world built around gluten. Every bite requires vigilance, and even one mistake can trigger pain, inflammation, and weeks of recovery. Over time, that level of pressure takes a toll. Anxiety, resentment, or social withdrawal can creep in, not because people stop caring about their health, but because the burden becomes exhausting. So why does it happen? Part of it comes down to decision overload. Every grocery trip or restaurant meal brings endless small choices: checking ingredients, verifying kitchens, asking awkward questions. That constant vigilance drains mental energy. Social isolation adds to the strain, as celebrations and family dinners often revolve around foods that aren't safe. Many people begin to feel left out or disconnected. Others lose interest in eating altogether, sticking to the same safe but repetitive foods. Add in the higher cost of gluten-free products and the frustration of being misunderstood or dismissed, and it's easy to see how burnout builds. Mental health plays a major role here too. Research shows that people with celiac disease often experience higher levels of anxiety or depression. When burnout goes unchecked, it can spiral into avoidance, cheating on the diet, or even disordered eating. Recognizing these feelings as normal, not as failure, can help shift perspective. Seeking support from therapists familiar with chronic illness or joining celiac support groups, both online and in person, can reduce shame and help restore balance. If you're wondering whether you might be burned out, some signs include anger or resentment toward your diet, cutting corners with food safety, skipping social events, eating the same meals repeatedly, or telling yourself that a little gluten won't hurt. If any of that sounds familiar, it's time to step back, not from your diet, but from the pressure to be perfect. In one celiac.com poll, nearly 18% of respondents admitted to cheating on their gluten-free diet. Burnout, not ignorance, is often to blame. So how can you get your motivation back? Start by revisiting your why. Remember how sick you felt before diagnosis and how much better you feel now. Your diet isn't punishment. It's self-care that protects your long-term health. Simplify your food planning to make life easier. Rely on trusted staples, batch-cook safe meals, and keep your pantry stocked with certified gluten-free essentials. The goal is to reduce stress, not add more. Reignite joy by experimenting with food again. Try naturally gluten-free global dishes like curries, lentil stews, or corn tortillas. Bake something new just for fun. When you rediscover flavor and variety, the diet starts to feel exciting again. Building a support network helps too. Connect with others who get it, share your wins and frustrations, and bring your loved ones into the kitchen so you're not carrying the load alone. Don't skip social events. Plan ahead instead. Bring a dish to share or eat beforehand so you can relax and enjoy company without fear. Teach a few close friends about cross-contact precautions so you can dine together with confidence. And if emotional stress lingers, address it directly. Mindfulness, journaling, or talking to a counselor can make a big difference. Protecting your mental health is part of protecting your physical recovery. Finally, let go of perfection. Success isn't measured only by strict adherence. It's also about maintaining peace of mind. Celebrate small victories like finding a safe restaurant or mastering a new recipe. Focus on progress, not punishment. Sometimes burnout isn't just emotional, it's nutritional. A gluten-free diet can fall short in B vitamins, iron, fiber, and magnesium, which can cause fatigue or irritability. Focus on whole foods like quinoa, brown rice, lentils, nuts, and vegetables. Stay hydrated and, if needed, consider supplements under medical guidance. For those with celiac disease, gluten-free living is non-negotiable, but it shouldn't feel miserable. Recognizing burnout as part of the process helps replace guilt with resilience. The same lessons apply to anyone avoiding gluten for health reasons. With self-compassion, planning, and community, gluten-free living can return to being empowering and fulfilling. In the end, gluten-free burnout doesn't mean failure. It means you've been working hard in a world that doesn't always make it easy. The solution is not to give up, but to take care of yourself in new ways. Find joy in discovery, lean on others, and remember that this lifestyle is about more than restriction. It's about living well, healing deeply, and building a life that's truly your own. To get the latest celiac disease news and information, be sure to subscribe to celiac.com news. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.